Hey there, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. I haven't been cooking at the moment and I'm all caught up on episodes. That's why you haven't seen me. First of all, I want to wish you a happy Easter. Hope you're having a great chocolatey time. Today's episode is not chocolate, but anyway, it's dinner. So we are making pork and potato hot pot. Here's what we need. This will serve 4. We start off on the stove top, but then everything else is done in the oven. Come on in and I'll show you what we need. So I've been slicing and dicing and weighing care of my mandolin slicer. We need 2 teaspoons of cooking oil. I'm using olive oil. 4 pork loin cutlets trimmed. I'm assuming they're trimmed, so they're fine. 1 onion diced. You can dice it smaller if you would like to. 200 grams of small button mushrooms. 1 unpeeled Granny Smith cored and sliced into rings, care of mandolin slicer. 1/4 of a red cabbage thinly sliced. 420-gram can of condensed mushroom soup. Campbell's is the best one for that. It's probably the only brand of condensed mushroom soup you can get. I don't know if I'm wrong or not, but Campbell's is always a good brand for cooking. 3 medium potatoes peeled and thinly sliced. I've just got these in water. I've mandolin sliced them as well. And 40 grams of butter melted, which I better grab out of the microwave. Alright, we're also going to need a frying pan, which all we're going to do with that is just brown off our pork cutlets. And we want a great big oven dish or a casserole. If you've got a lid that goes on it, great. If not, you're going to have to rely on foil. 180 or 160 fan forced. So now that you know what we're doing, let's get going. Okay, so spray it with cooking oil because it makes it so much easier when it comes time to washing up, especially if you're the chief washer-upperer. So as mentioned in the introduction, I'm actually up to date with all my episodes, which is cool. And because I only cook, I'll count it down easy. I cook 4 times over 14 days. So you can do the maths as to episodes are going to be a little bit less frequent. While I don't have to cook as much. It's been a good thing for me in a way because I am up to date with the episodes, as I say, so I can now actually turn around and mention dates and days and things that are going on because it's current. I'm not talking about things that I don't know when it's going to happen. So you may not see this episode today, but today is actually Easter Sunday. Here in Australia, we have a 4-day holiday. Unfortunately for me, with work, out of those 4 days, I would normally have been working 3. I've only got 1 day of work, so it is what it is. I'm sort of using it as a bit of a recharge, and this way I've been able to actually go out and get a bit of sunshine today, and also do a few recipes that are going to take a little bit longer to cook. These shouldn't take too long to cook, but I've just got a little bit more time because I'm not rushing. So basically all we're going to do is brown these and then we are going to get ready to do the rest of it. So I'll be back when these are brown. I've just read through the recipe for the first time since I chose this one. And we also need 3/4 of a cup of water. Yes, that is a key ingredient, of course, because otherwise, I guess we're going to have a very thick sauce. So I've just added that. I will write it on the bottom of the sheet as well. So I'll be back soon, but we're just going to turn these now. So we just want them to be that colour, not that colour. If that makes any sense at all. Alright. we're going to bring over the tray that they're going into because they're nearly ready to go straight in. Okay, once you've lifted the cutlets out, in go the mushrooms. If the mushrooms are big, cut them up. And if you want your onion smaller, cut that up smaller too. I hate dicing onion up small. So that's my interpretation of dicing an onion. Grab yourself a stirring stick. We just want to really brown this. I'll be back. Okay, so when they're looking like that, that means we're good to go. So I'm just going to bring this frying pan over to the other side where I've already got the cabbage and the apple on top of the pork. So I've covered the pork chops and with the apple. I put the apple slices over the top, and then I put the cabbage over the top. And what I'm going to do now is put this over the top. We're not done yet though. Not ready to pack up yet. So put this over the top. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the saucepan back on with the soup in it. We're going to make a sauce. So just try and let this spread its way down. This is a very heavy saucepan. It's not a saucepan, it's a frying pan. Okay, let's go back over. Okay, in goes the soup. We're going to deglaze the can with the water. And just give that a bit of a stir with a whisk. You just want it all nice and thick. Once it comes to the boil, this is going to go over the top. Okay, so it should be looking like this. Bring the soup over the top. Pour it as evenly as you can. Okay, then we need to put the potato slices over the top. So just arrange them as if, just imagine you're making a potato bake and you just overlap them. So over we go. If you don't have a mandolin slicer, just try and slice them as small as you can. Keeping in mind, if you do thicker potatoes, they are going to take longer to cook. Potato always takes forever to cook. Alright, so this is 3 potatoes worth here, which is a lot. Okay, now if you're fortunate enough to have something this big with a lid on it, you will be putting a lid on it. If not, you're going to put the foil over the top. So we've got to grab the foil. Into the oven at 180 or 160 for half an hour. Then we will be taking the foil off and brushing it and then back in for another half an hour. So I will see you soon. Okay, so when the buzzer's gone for the half an hour, very carefully lift it out of the oven. So we're going to take the foil off, which I recommend you keep because you're going to need to cover it. If you've got a lid, you're going to just take the lid off. And that butter that we have, which I melted, which is now obviously not melted. Oh, it's still a bit melted. We're just going to brush this over the top. And then we're putting it back in for another half an hour. So basically just drizzle it over and then just brush it. Do not put the lid back on. The whole idea now is to brown everything. So 30 minutes to 40 minutes, we're just basically cooking the potatoes now. We want the potatoes to be golden and cooked. And this is the beauty of using the mandolin slicer. We are going to end up with a potato that will cook a lot quicker. So I'll see you when we're done. Okay, so I've stabbed the potatoes, they're soft, so we're ready to go. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. This has been Pork and Potato Hot Pot. I'll catch you on another adventure very soon.